Hello, everyone. Welcome to your January 2022 predictions reading. As per usual, we've got 3 card piles here, so take a moment and choose 1, 2, or 3. I do have a Botswana agate stone, an Amazonite cube, and a bloodstone piece here. We are using magical spell cards, Starseed Oracle, Moonology Oracle, and the Witch's Tarot. So yeah, take a second, pick 1, 2, or 3, and we're gonna jump right into these. Hello there, card pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. You're here because you've chosen this beautiful Botswana agate stone. I love the banding on this, and it's just a really beautiful stone in general. It's sometimes called the change stone because of its ability to help handle change in a positive way. So it's one of those more comforting stones, and I absolutely do love the banding on here. If I could, there, how's that? Yeah. Okay, so we are just going to get right into your reading here. And as I said, we do have magical spell cards, the Starseed Oracle, Moonology Oracle, and Witch's Tarot cards. We're going to start with the magical spell cards. Now, this is an interesting deck to me because it does include spell work. The guidebook does. I'm not going to use it here. I do love using the cards as a measure of what's coming in, what can you work on kind of thing. So for you, for January, we have sensuality. I like this. And in terms of like what's coming in for you, for those of you who don't know, sensuality can be defined by the enjoyment, expression, or pursuit of physical pleasure, often sexual pleasure. So if that's something you're looking for, I do believe this is the reading for you. But we're going to get further in. Let's see what the Starseed has for you. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So I would say that those of you who aren't really looking for the more sexual pleasures of things, it is going to be a month of, I almost want to say, regaining your enjoyment of life. Finding things that make you happy, right? Um, yeah. Just like, I guess physical things, and like physical things don't necessarily have to be just sex, right? You could enjoy cooking, you could enjoy using new ingredients, you could enjoy, like, you could find a new passion in exercising, right? Just things like that. But for the Moonology card, we have don't let pride get in your way. So I feel like this is going to tie into the cards in a very interesting way, for sure. And I almost get the feeling with the water your garden card with the nourishment and the body care, tenderness and rest, it's kind of a call to don't burn yourself out. I guess I want to say it's kind of a call to don't feel like you have to keep going. Don't feel like you have to keep putting on a brave face to do this or that, right? It's, yeah, don't work yourself to death, I guess is what I'm getting at. But let's see what the tarot cards have to say. We do have Knight of Wands, which is definitely an interesting card. Probably a good card for those of you who are right up in there with the sexual aspect of these cards so far. We also have for you the Chariot. Interesting. 7 of Cups. All right. I get the feeling that a lot of you are really okay with the sexual nature of these cards so far, like with the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, the 7 of Cups. It sounds like you have your pick of the litter. You've got options for sure. And I get the feeling that you're moving very quickly with a lot of this. Like, you're not wasting any time. You're just go, go, go kind of thing. There is Temperance, and I get the feeling when I combine it with the Knight of Wands, it almost feels like a party. I want to say, just with the cups and the drinking. There might be a warning here to slow down a little bit. You might feel it yourself. I don't know if you're actually going to heed it with this Eight of Wands, but honestly, there's a lot of fast movement here. For those of you that are dating, there is a lot of communication here. There's Wands, there Ace of Wands here. I think, honestly, I feel like you're just having a good time. And I say that, and then the last card here is the Four of Cups. Now, you know we're going to clarify this. I cannot just let this card, after all of this, just hang out there. What is that? Let's find out, shall we? I get the feeling that it is tied with the full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way kind of thing. It kind of has that feel. Almost as though you're rejecting someone. Hierophant. Oh. Page of Wands. The World. Some of you, are you moving? Because there's also a lot of cards of like moving here. Two of Wands is here as well. Almost as though you're moving to a place that is better for you. I think going to be healthier for you in a way, somewhere that you're going to enjoy a lot more than you do right now. For those of you where the sexual party fun aspect of this is not resonating, because the World is also here. We did have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Things are moving quickly. The Hierophant, Page of Wands. It's interesting that the Hierophant and the Page of Wands would also come out in regards to this Four of Cups, because for some of you, in clarifying this Four of Cups, it's as though you're just like, okay, well, if I can't have this, then I'm gonna have what I actually want. I'm gonna go somewhere that's gonna make me happier. I can go wherever I want, and that's what I'm gonna do. For others of you, with the Hierophant here, I need more. Because it kind of feels relationship like. More of the Four of Cups and the Hierophant specifically. Because the Page of Wands is often a messenger, and more than that, it's also kind of an adventure, right? A really fun adventure. There are so many wands here, you guys, it's insane. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This was something that you kind of had your heart set on, I'm feeling. Something that you really, really wanted, something that you thought you would love. I think something that you saw yourself in long term. And because I have the Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles here, it's kind of like saying you didn't get the job you wanted, almost. You didn't get the one thing that you thought. I'm hearing for some of you that you thought was like a shoo-in. Like, for some of you with the Six of Wands, it's almost like the celebration happened too early. Which is interesting. I don't see you letting it keep you down, though. What is the full moon in Leo? Don't let pride get in your way. There's a tendency here to keep fighting, keep pushing forward, but also blocking everything else out. Interesting that we also have the Strength card underneath the Nine of Wands. don't let pride get in your way. It feels like a resistance, and I'm saying that here with the Tower, the Devil, and the Knight of Pentacles that have all come out. Okay? Um, it's like, I know it kind of feels like with all of this, there's a lot of movement here, especially with all of the wands coming out. But it's like there's a lot of action being taken, and I'm kind of worried, especially since I don't see any swords here whatsoever, that there's not really any thought being put into this, not much thought. It's almost as though for some of you, you're just in the pursuit of what's going to make you happy, and you're not really thinking about whether or not it's actually good for you. So the water your garden, the nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest, I don't think you're giving that much consideration at all. I feel like for a lot of you, you're mostly looking for this sensuality here. Now, the thing that I also have to point out is the stone you have is this Botswana agate, the change stone. It's to help you handle change in a positive way. And with this, don't let pride get in your way, I feel like a lot of you are. Especially when it comes to the Devil, the Tower, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? It's clinging to something. Okay, now, this isn't going to resonate for all of you, but bleh. There's, like I said, there's no swords here. There's a lot of communication issues. Me stuttering over my words is a very clear indication of that, because what I have to say here is, for some of you, this Four of Cups was you rejecting someone. I think it kind of came a bit as a surprise. I don't know if you were entirely expecting it. You might have thought it was just something fun and flirty. They kind of saw things a little differently. And I think the scary part is you actually really like this person, right? I get the feeling that you really like being around them. You enjoy their company. With the amount of wands here, you probably enjoy the sex. Not gonna lie. Now the fact that these three cards over here, the World, the Hierophant, the Page of Wands, were clarifying this Four of Cups, and the fact that these are clarifying don't let pride get in your way, I have to ask, are some of you rejecting this person because you don't want to give up the life you currently have? Are some of you rejecting this because you do not want to give up the choice that you feel you have with the Seven of Cups? It definitely, and I have to say this, especially with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands here, even this Page of Wands, there's kind of a commitment issues coming through here. And like I said, this is going to be for some of you, not all of you. But something has recently happened with the Tower and the Devil. I get for a lot of you, it kind of threw some clarity on the situation. Now, for some of you, the rejection could have been because you don't like the lifestyle this person leads. Maybe this Knight of Wands character is them. Maybe you don't like that, which is absolutely fair. Like, maybe you think that they are going to have trouble committing, even though maybe they propose. Maybe you just don't think that the way they conduct themselves is going to be appropriate for monogamy, right? The Knight of Pentacles is often a person who is very independent, set in their ways. And I say that just because it's Pentacles. Earth people can be very set in their ways. Let's not beat around the bush here. They might really enjoy their single life, right? There's a lot going on here. And yet, like, with Strength card, it can also sometimes be lust, right? Kind of like a primal nature kind of thing. It's interesting that I look at this Four of Cups and think it doesn't really apply to everyone who's chosen this card pile, which is interesting. So do take it how it resonates. I do feel like a lot of you are just going to be having fun. And with, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wands cards with a sensuality. You're going to have a lot of fun. This is a very interesting reading. I think for some of you with don't let pride get in your way, it's almost just like, you're probably not going to like the way I say it, but I don't sugarcoat my readings. It's kind of like an inflated ego kind of thing where just like, well, I can be selective. I have all of the options that I could possibly want, which is interesting. I do think there is, with the Temperance card and the Water Your Garden card, a sense of making sure that you're doing this for the right reasons, if that makes sense. Almost also a plea to do this safely. But, I mean, regardless, I can't help but think that January is going to be quite a hot month for you, which is, I mean, for half the world it's winter, so I guess enjoy it. But again, yeah, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay. For some of you, I just heard that it's kind of like there's going to be someone who comes to you and wants to be with you, and I get the feeling that this is probably a person whose attention you wanted in the past. You probably put a lot of work into this, and they didn't really take the bait, so to speak. I hear it's almost like they're maybe going to be reaching out, seeing how you're doing. It's like they want to take their time, kind of thing. And that's coming from the Temperance card. I do think they like you. I do think they're attracted to you, but it's taken them some time to really come to terms with these feelings. For some of you, this is also a reminder, don't let pride get in your way. Like, oh, well, you rejected me before, I don't need you now, kind of thing. Maybe take a second look at that. Maybe give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe have a conversation with them. Because again, there is no swords here. More than that, there's only one Cups card, and that's the Cup card with options, commitment issues, that kind of thing. So really make a point to examine your motives, is what I'm hearing. Okay? But, I mean, that's what I have for you, card pile number 1. For a lot of you, this is going to be a very fun month. Cannot lie. So enjoy it, for sure. But yeah. If this resonated for you, and I hope it did, please drop a like down below. Lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important. And if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. For anyone interested, I will be doing 2022 love readings for each zodiac sign. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see those. And if not, I hope to see you in the next one. Regardless, take care. Bye. Hello, card pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. You're here because you've chosen this really, really cool Amazonite stone. Cube, even. Amazonite is, I think, one of my favorite stones, I have to say. I find it absolutely beautiful, and it is a stone of communication and understanding. So, like, if you've been having trouble speaking your truth or just telling the truth in general, it kind of helps clear your throat and allows you to speak clearly. So that's the stone. I do also have this pretty sweet obelisk that is also Amazonite, and it reminds me of the beach. So it's very calming and healing to me. But we're going to get right into your cards. Now, I did say earlier we do have magical spell cards, Starseed Oracle, and Moonology. I'm going to start with the magical spell cards. This is a deck that comes with a guidebook that does include spell work. We're not going to do the spell work. I just really have been enjoying using the cards as kind of what's coming in for you, something you can work on, look at, things like that, and I found them very insightful. So for you, we have healing. I think that's really beautiful to go with the Amazonite, especially with the obelisk that I show you. It said reminded me of the ocean, very calming, that kind of thing. I do sort of look at it and hear the crash of waves, the smell of the salt, right? Just imagine like digging your toes into the sand. Um, it's a very peaceful feeling that I'm getting, and I really, really love that. Especially for January of a whole new year. We have no idea what's coming. The past several have been insanely hard for so many people. So I really find this to be very beautiful. Your starseed here, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay. Now, Hadarian energy is something mostly related to things involving starseeds. If you don't know what starseeds are, look them up. I only have a vague understanding, but I really love this deck. I do have traits of Hadarian people, and it's things like they love to explore, good sense of humor, adventurous, creative. They're often empaths and love to heal people. So if that sounds like you, I definitely think there's something in this message for you. And let's see, we have Moonology. Don't let your past hold you back. So I get the feeling that whatever this healing energy is, setting the boundaries that I feel are coming, if this is resonating, this is definitely your reading. Okay. So for the Witch's Tarot, we have Two of Wands. Planning, and look, I mean, they're looking out on water. There is a ship sailing. If I could get my camera to focus for you. Like there is a ship sailing out there. I do feel like water, if you're not already living near on a coast or near water on an island, things like that. I think being near any water is going to be a source of comfort for you, even if it's just taking a bath, having a shower, standing by a river, things like that. We have the Lovers. Okay. Now, this used to be the choice card. And again, there's water right on the edge of this card here. And there's like small waterfalls and stuff. I do feel like this is going to be a theme for you. Now, the Lovers used to be called the choice card, which does tie in with the Two of Wands. There is a choice to be made here. Five of Cups. I'm almost I gotta ask, like, with all the water showing up here, like, Five of Cups for sure. What happened? If you'd like to share, please drop it in the comments below. If not, that's perfectly fine, because I know the Five of Cups is a difficult card. The thing to remember here, though, is there are still two cups upright. All is not lost. So it's... And you know what? I don't feel like you are, because I just looked at healing, the healing card. I don't feel like you are wallowing. I think you're just taking the time that you need to process what you're going through. Nine of Pentacles here feels like a reminder that whatever happened, you're still well equipped to carry on in life. I don't think moving forward is going to be, I guess I want to say, as big of an issue as you're fearing it will be. You still have a lot to offer. There's still a lot to give. Now, some of you, with the Nine of Pentacles showing up after the Lovers, Two of Wands, Five of Cups, I have to wonder, are you recently single? That kind of thing. With the reverse Death card, I get the feeling that yes, some of you are. and there is a reluctance to let go. It's kind of like, is this really the end? Is this definitely it? Is this ever going to work out? Can we ever fix this kind of thing? It's a resistance to change, I'm feeling. But at the end of the day, Eight of Cups is here. It is going to require a walking away. Whether this is you or someone else walking away, it's just happening. I'm just looking here. This person is walking along a beach. There's so much water imagery coming through here. I have to wonder if some of you are already at a beach and this is your healing process. You're trying to get through it. You're trying to forget whatever happened, kind of thing. Some of you might have actually recently walked along the beach trying to get your thoughts in order. Ten of Wands is here. I have to say, don't let it weigh you down. Don't let this become a burden, right? With the South Node card here, don't let your past hold you back. You can work through this. There is going to be people who will help you share the load. Don't feel like you have to carry it all yourself, right? See, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles to me is a card of community working together, helping to build. So reach out to the people that you can reach out to, okay? For those of you that have a cat, I feel like they'll be a source of great comfort for you in the coming days, coming weeks, coming months. Yeah, it's such an interesting energy here because I do feel the reluctance to let go, to walk away, to move on, but at the same time, I do feel you still doing it. Still pushing yourself forward, I guess I want to say. But the interesting thing is the Five of Cups doesn't feel like such a weighted energy like the Ten of Wands would imply. I guess it's just kind of like heartbroken, sure, sad, trying to process, but there's almost such a peace about this, which is interesting, and I think that's coming from the Two of Wands. Like, some of you saw this coming, right? Some of you were already making a contingency plan, trying to figure out what you were going to do with your life when shit actually hit the fan. With this, you got the Love card with the codependency and the boundaries. I do think there is difficulty in letting this person go. If you've done the breaking up, I definitely feel you setting boundaries. If you haven't, I kind of feel like the boundaries are also going to be for yourself, what you allow yourself to do in regards to this person, things like that. I'm going to clarify with a few more cards here. What do we want to look at? I want to look at this reverse Death card, the reluctance to let go, because like I do feel it, but at the same time, oh, that's interesting. We got the Tower, and at the bottom of the deck, there's the Hanged Muse. There's something that you're trying to see in a different way. Almost as though if you look at it in a different way, maybe you'll have a good argument to say, well, see, no, we don't have to break up. This doesn't have to be the end. We can do it this way instead. With the Tower card, I gotta say, I don't really see it working. Tell me more about that reverse Death card in the Tower. Okay. Three of Pentacles at the bottom here. Or that came out here. It's actually Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Cups. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It honestly still really feels like wishful thinking to me with this Nine of Cups. Okay? That's all this death card is. I know it's difficult. I think a lot of you are trying to figure out how to make this work. I do honestly feel like it is a reluctance to be single. I do think you are trying to figure out how you can go to this person and say, "Hey, how do we work on this together? I really want to work this out. I want to figure this out. Let's not let this be the end." But again, the Eight of Cups is here. It's just like there's a reluctance to be on your own, especially with the Nine of Pentacles twice. Page of Materials, like, you're really trying to fight for this, is what I'm seeing. You don't know how it's going to work out, but you're hoping it does. Some of you might actually be a Pisces, dealing with a Scorpio even. There's so much water and earth. Honestly, you could be any sign. There's water, there's earth, there's fire. That's the one thing I don't really see here is a lot of air. Well, I guess there's Gemini. So yeah, any sign. But yeah, it's like almost fighting for this in a way that there's so much blind faith that you can force it to work that it just makes it not work anyway. Okay? And that's, I think, where the healing comes in. A lot of you are just going to focus on work with the pentacles that have shown up here. You're going to probably bury yourself in your work to try and get through this. Whatever this was, it feels like a very difficult letting go. I think with the Tower card coming out here, though, you will eventually realize that this is how it had to be. This is how it had to happen. It's one of those feelings where hindsight is 2020. So it might take you a little while, but I think within the month of January you will recognize that this is just the way it has to be. Okay? But I do have to say, Nine of Pentacles twice, you're not, I don't really see you letting it hold you back. Like, once you have this moment of realization that this is the way things need to be, this was all for the best, yada, 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 like the whole thing, you're going to realize exactly what you have to offer, which is a lot. Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress energy, I find. You have a lot to give. You are more than capable of standing on your own 2 feet, and all of the hard work you put into building your life and healing yourself from whatever's going on, you will see the benefits of it. Okay, so all is not lost, which is a beautiful reminder. Okay, so take your time, heal as you need to heal, and again, I do think water, being near water, things like that are going to be very important for you in the healing process. Okay, so take care of yourselves. That's what I have for you, card pile number 2. I hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important because I do really strive to give the most accurate messages that I can. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. I am going to be doing love readings for each zodiac for 2022, so yeah, subscribe if you haven't already and you're interested in those, and if not, I really hope to see you in the next one, but regardless, take care. Bye. Hello, card pile number 3. I hope you're doing well. You're here because you've chosen this very lovely piece of bloodstone. Bloodstone is a stone of courage, right? It's a really good stone for healing, and I would say that being known as the stone of healing means that it gives you the courage to push forward, right? It gives you the strength to keep going. So we're going to see what the cards have for you for January 2022. As I said before, we have magical spell cards, we have Starseed Oracle, we have the Moonology Oracle, and we have the Witch's Tarot. The magical spell cards, they do come with a guidebook that have spells in them if that's something that you're interested in. We are not doing the actual spell. I just really enjoy the deck for seeing kind of like what's going to come in, what can you focus on, things like that. So for you, card pile number 3, we have safe travel. Honestly, the very first thing that comes to mind is moving, and probably with a lot of you. But I would say safe travel does not just extend to picking up your house and moving, right? It doesn't just apply to moving or just traveling the world even. It could just mean your day-to-day travels, which is really good protection to have. For your starseed, you have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So I almost want to say, for those of you who aren't literally moving to a new city or town, whatever, or going, like traveling the world, whatever your journey on, whatever journey you are on, sorry, does feel protected, and it does feel like you're like nearing the end of things. So your Moonology card, you have, it's time to release negativity. I kind of wonder, with the safe travel and feeling as though being at an end of a journey, maybe you've been on this journey for so long that you don't feel like you're actually going to reach the finish line. But let's see what's in the tarot for you, shall we? We have 5 of Wands. This definitely does feel, it gives a battle energy, doesn't it? All these people and these dragons looking like they're fighting. This could also be a competition of some sort. Just wondering, with things being the way that they've been, for some of you, I have to wonder if you have gone through some sort of like rigorous job application, even, you know, the ones where they have like so many candidates and they put you through so many interviews and stuff like that. But let's see, we also have the Tower. All right, that's very interesting. We have the 10 of Pentacles. This reading just gets more and more interesting, gotta say. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords to me is definitely a change in lifestyle. So something is changing. Something is going to happen. I do plan on clarifying this Tower card. It could very well be family related, because 10 of Pentacles is family. It is tens of culminations. They are, in this case, the Pentacles, it's a legacy. But it's like once you hit the end, it's also a new beginning, right? Like something has to end before something new can come. So let's see. We do also have 3 of Cups. I like that. That does say to me that there is going to be a celebration in whatever this is. Page of Swords. Page of Swords kind of gives me the feeling of all eyes on you. Yeah. 6 of Wands. There is success coming in through here. There is definitely a feeling of being at the finish line. I'm not going to lie. This is something with the 5 of Wands. This is a journey that you've been going on. You've been putting yourself through the ringer. You've been really giving it your all. And I feel like out of nowhere, the journey just kind of ends. Like it's just, bam, success, right? Let's see. What is this Tower, please? Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. What else do you have for me? The Hierophant. Oh, wow. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It absolutely says that this is a journey that you have been on for a very, very long time. And definitely, it's the feeling of you've been on this so long you never thought it would end kind of thing. So now's the time to let go of any fear, I want to say, any negative thoughts that you have in regards to this. Because we have the Eight of Swords here. Okay, Eight of Swords is, to me, a card of self-sabotage. It is a card of keeping yourself stuck and not letting yourself move forward. With the Four of Pentacles here, it says to me that you're not willing to take a risk. You want to keep playing the safe way of things, which is interesting because I have a Knight of Swords here, which says, like, Knight of Swords to me does not feel afraid of taking the risks that they need to take. So it feels like, I just heard with the Ten of Pentacles, some of you are afraid of what's going to happen to your family, how this will affect the dynamic sort of thing. I really don't see that you have anything to worry about. Whatever this change is that is coming, it feels long term with the Hierophant. It feels solid, right? For some of you, this could be almost like a graduation of things. It does feel like a completion, a lifelong commitment, something that's going to happen, and the end result ends up being the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Page is good news. Pages bring news, and with Pentacles, it is kind of like a solid offer, especially in conjunction with this Ace of Pentacles. Aces are solid. They are physical things. So if this is a new job that you've been in competition for, I see you being successful. And with the Empress there, it brings abundance. I think more abundance than you thought was even possible. I think it's the Tower that's kind of shocking because, yeah, I get the feeling that you didn't think this was ever going to end. That this was ever going to pay dividends, I just heard. I do see that it will. I think whatever success that you're having here with the Page of Swords, it's going to set people talking as well. Not only are they keeping an eye on you, I do see it generating a lot of gossip. But I mean, with the success that I'm seeing with the Six of Wands and like the celebration you have with the Three of Cups, there's only good things coming. So I know that there's, I guess I want to say, a tendency to fear the Tower. Most people look at the Tower and they immediately kind of like shrink back, get a little defensive. I don't want it, I don't need it kind of thing. But the Tower isn't always something bad, right? It's just a change in perspective. It's something that shakes a foundation, brings something that has gone on too long to an end, and lets you rebuild. Okay? And the rebuilding that you do here, it gives you something solid and stable. With the Hierophant, with the Ten of Pentacles, with the Empress. Like, I just heard you're reaching your castle. For those of you who have felt like you have been on this journey for a long time, it's finally coming to an end. And I get the feeling with this safe travel card, it's kind of, the whole journey has been protected. So I understand the fear and the worry and not knowing how things are going to end out. And for me, it just feels like you've been protected this whole time. Okay, so I honestly don't even feel like there's any need to go any deeper into this. I'm just going to say, because the Bloodstone tells you to keep courage. Like, keep it. You're almost done. That's what all of this is telling you. Whatever fears you have, whatever might be holding you back, release it, okay? Because there's so many beautiful things coming in for you. And I just hear, even if it doesn't reach its full culmination in January, January is the beginning of the end of the journey, okay? So hold on to the vision, as this says. Things are happening. You are protected. There's safe travel. You will have your abundance with the Empress, the Ace, the Ten of Pentacles. Like, come on. There's so much material success I'm seeing here that it's beautiful. So, congratulations, right? Yeah. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. You're almost there. You can do this, and I believe in you. So, that's what I have for you, card pile number 3. I really hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know as tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important because I aim to give you the most accurate message that I possibly can. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. For anyone interested, I am doing 2022 love readings coming up really shortly. So keep an eye out for those. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.